Hey there, fellow fantasy football freaks, or whoever's here. At least I don't know if I don't know who's here, who's come back after the technical difficulties of the last one. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know what it looks like on the screen. I don't know what's going on this morning with the technical difficulties with the computer bullshit. But it's like everything's been possessed. So I have no idea what I'm looking at, or what you're looking at. So if you can let me know there in the comments if you can actually see anything or hear anything, or what. If you can hear me, say, let me know. As far as I know, you can hear me just fine. It looks like you can. There's one person in here. Maybe it's Richard. Good morning, Richard, if that's you. I'm not sure what's going on with the picture. If there's a delay, I hear you, but visual's frozen, says Don. Tracy says we can hear great, but you just can't see anything. I'm not sure what's going on this morning. I have a whole fucking show I've written, and I'm going to have to, rush through it. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on here. It's really upsetting to me. I can tell you that much. Let's see if I can restart the camera. If that somehow helps. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. All right. Maybe that'll help. Hopefully that helps. Goodness sakes, people. Fuck. Good morning. Hi. Now it looks like everything's working fine. And of course, now I'm going to have to rush through everything because I don't have time to fucking fuck around. I got to set my fucking lineups. You got to set your lineups. I got questions to answer here. I don't even know where my fucking joint went to. It's just been fucking a morning of errors. So I don't know. Picture's frozen. I'm sure we're good now. Success. There you go. We're good to go. Works now. Thank you, Don. Hey, everyone, to the loyal fans that stuck with me and realized I ain't going to leave you hanging. Welcome back. Hopefully, I re-released the link. We have 32 people up in here. Now we got 6. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what's up. Are we playing Chase? They're saying he's on a pitch count. I don't fucking believe that shit. Pitch count my fucking ass. He's going to play. If he's playing, he's playing. You're playing him if he's playing. It's that simple. It's week 1. I would be absolutely shocked and amazed if he didn't play. I'm going to light up the ceremonial first joint here of the day. This is called Triple Stuffed. It's an indica. It's good shit. Good morning, my favorite fantasy guru. Thanks, Tracy. I appreciate that. All right. So let's get the show on the road because, fuck. So get your questions down there in the comments. I know it's going to be like a short crew. Excuse me. I shit you not. We had 32 people here. 32 people. And that's when my fucking stream decides, fuck you. Fuck you, Tyrant. You can go fuck yourself. Restart your computer, see what you can do. Jump through the hoops, monkey. Let's see what the fuck goes on. So anyway, thank you for coming back. We're going to get on with the show here. I'm just going to try to speed through this. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I haven't had any like that, so I didn't think it was going to be I had no idea that was going to happen. Of course, if I had known, I wouldn't have, even done the stream. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to, put your questions down there in the comments. I'm going to go over my sleepers and all that. And then I'm going to come back to this. We're going to go as quickly as we can because I got to, get off here and set my own lineups. I'm in 40 fucking leagues. I got lineups to set too. So, but, hey, I'm going to share with you all the information that I've been gathering to try to set my lineups to help you set your lineups so you can crush your league just like I crush my leagues. That's just how it works. That's what I'm here for. Erica, hi. If I can show you. There we go. Good Lord, this morning. I don't know what the fuck is up. It's like I got a poltergeist up in here. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's get on with the show here. I'm going to go over, first of all, what do we got here? Hold on. More people rolling in. I swear to God, it's been a comedy of errors this morning. What's up, Tyrant? Hey, what's up, man? He's in this guy here. He started a 32 team sim league where you have a team and you have the players on that team. It's kind of interesting thing. And then he's also in a Always Sunny league that I created. All right, my crazy for benching Ayuk on the snap count. No, I mean, I don't know. Snap counts in week one for healthy players don't. I don't know. That shit seems fishy. That shit seems fishy. We always hear snap counts. I think a lot of times, unless we see real legit reasons, I really feel like a lot of that is just coach speak and trying to fuck with the other team. Order of preference: Pollard, Sutton, Zeke, Najee. I'm going to go Najee, Sutton, Pollard, Zeke. Thank you. Tank Dell or Calvin Ridley at the flex. I have CJ Stroud. I'm leaning toward the stack, but want to see what you think. I agree with you on that. Go Tank Dell. I just think the Tennessee offense doesn't really pump my nads, so to speak. Calvin Ridley, he's a great talent, but unfortunately, the Titans are where wide receivers go to die. So, Tank Dell, great last season. I was on him before everybody else was. Everyone else tries to claim that, but I didn't hear anyone else talking about Tank Dell like the preseason of his before he was right after he was drafted. Like right after he was drafted, I was telling everyone, hey, CJ Stroud asked to get this guy drafted on the team. There's a reason he's going to be big, and here he comes. Of course, you got Stephon Diggs there. Stephon Diggs is going to be a big part of that offense, but I don't think it's going to take that much away from Tank. I think Tank's going to be a huge part of that offense. Also, it's fine to start Chase, right? If he's limited. Again, same thing as Ayuk. Same thing as I said before. Absolutely, Luis. It's week one. There's no real injury designation. He said he felt ill. This is all fucking bullshit. He's going to play. He's going to start him up. Montgomery or Mostert in a standard league. Standard league. Hey, just real quick, like, okay, I know, like, I'm the guru. I'm supposed to know everything, right? And I do have a good idea of shit. It's just it makes it really easy when you put in your questions the matchups and things like that. So I don't have to go, wait a minute, who's the matchup again? Da 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 da. Oh yeah. So I really appreciate when you put the matchups in because I have a million pieces of information floating around in this fucking giant head. So I need those little tiny bits to fucking okay. There we go. But I do actually let's see Montgomery versus the Rams and Mostert. God damn it! Give me a second. Give me a second, Nick. You should know better. Just fucking with you, man. Don't worry about it. Jackson, that's right. Mostert. That's a really good question. It's week one. So I have to kind of revert back to like last season. What are we looking at last season and compare to what I think is going to happen this season? Yeah, I think Gibbs is going to have more of the share there than he did last season. So that's obviously going to cut into Montgomery. But then again, Mostert's got Achane there. He's got right there now, Jalen Wright. So it's really you're talking about two running backs who are kind of like a 1A or 1B or whatever. And if I'm leaning one way or another, I'm actually going to lean toward Montgomery just because I expect a lot of scoring in that game. Now, Dolphins and Jags, that could be a lot of scoring there too. Don't get me wrong. But I just, with the prime time narrative of the Rams and the Lions, I'm going to give the slight edge to Montgomery. Good question. Damn. Excuse me. Jalen Wright ruled out. No idea why. Yeah, that's weird. I was going to get to the injury stuff here in a minute. It's been all over the place this morning, honestly. What's up? Hashtag Tyrant Gang. Harpreet, good to see you. Welcome back. I hate saying this, but what it is J.K. Dobbins, Elliott, or Zach Moss. That's terrible. Really? Those are your options? Shit. Oh man. Get a better flex or whatever it is. That's my answer. No. I'm gonna lean Zach Moss in this one. I know that like he and Chase Brown, I'm gonna be splitting things a bit, but with no T. Higgins in this game, there's gonna be whoever's on deck, they're gonna get attention. I like Zach Moss. I might like him this week more than I like him almost the rest of the year. Just depends on what happens with Chase Brown. Dobbins, he's competing with Gus Edwards and Vidal as well. So, and then Elliott's got Rico Dowdle there. As we know, or if you didn't know, Dalvin Cook is not playing. So I think that Dowdle's going to end up kind of being the top running back there. So, yeah, I definitely want Zach Moss. Good question. But that's where I'm going. Richard said you skipped me. I didn't skip you. I always come back. I like to do the greetings before I do anything else. What's going on? The computer is being absolutely fucked right now. So my apologies here. Never mind on that. It's so fucking laggy. What is going on? This morning. Can't stand it. Okay. 14-man running back still limit. Okay, well that makes a little more sense in a 14-team league, yeah. But yeah, go with Moss on that one. Should I be nervous that Christian McCaffrey's questionable? He's Monday Night Football. I wouldn't be too nervous. From what I'm seeing, is it's all precautionary shit. It's all he's going to be fine. That's from what I'm seeing. Now that could change. Go get Jordan Mason if you can. I mean, drop whatever bench wide receiver or running back or whatever that you have. Like if you got a second quarterback, drop that. If you got a second defensive kicker for some reason, drop that. Pick up Jordan Mason if he's available. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not too worried about CMC. All indications are that he's going to be a go. But that could change. That could fucking change out of nowhere. We hear that shit all the time. Oh, yeah, he should be fine, and then he's out. I haven't seen any indication to give me much worry there. So I'm going to stick with it. Pick up Jordan Mason just in case. It really depends. If you feel like you're super stacked at running back and you think it's going to be, you have a good week and you're doing fine or whatever, go ahead and get cute with it and put someone in there. But otherwise, no, I wouldn't. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. I got some updates coming up here, so I'll update you as I'm updated. But anyway, excuse me. Harpreet says Scary Terry or Godwin standard scoring. Yeah, that's a really good one because here's the thing. Chris Godwin's gonna be a bit better this season. They're moving him back to the slot where he makes his bread and butter, and I think that's gonna be big for him this season. But there's literally nobody competing with Scary Terry for those for passes there from Jaden Daniels in Washington. So give me Terry McLaurin this week. Unless Jaden Daniels turns out to be a big bust, and I really doubt that, we're going to see a lot of good production from Scary Terry this season. So, week 1, I'm going with it. I'm on board. Go with him. Good question. Shakira, Palmer, and the flex. I'm going with Palmer. He's the top wide receiver for the Chargers. People talking about Lad McConkey. Guy's a rookie. We don't know yet. Could he be the thing? Sure, he could be the thing. But right now, Josh Palmer is, and he's looked good last few seasons. We've been waiting for him to come out and get a chance to start. He's got his chance to start. I would go with him over Shakir. I just think with the Buffalo Bills, it's going to be Dalton, Kincaid. I think Keon Coleman's going to be the top wide receiver there. You got Curtis Samuel kind of playing the Cole Beasley role, and that leaves Shakir to play the role of Shakir. So, I'm going to give me Palmer. Give me Palmer there for sure. Keenan Allen or Calvin Ridley in PPR. The problem with Keenan Allen is there's so many question marks, right? So he's got a rookie quarterback he's working with right now. And on top of that, it's he's got DJ Moore, who I'm not gonna say he broke out because he's always been kind of a talent, but he finally came into his own with the Bears last season. Started really making, he was. I think a mid to higher level wide receiver 2, something like that. I'd have to look at it, but no, I expect him to still be the leader in that wide receiver core. And then you got the connection between Caleb Williams and fellow rookie Roma Dunze. And then when I look at that, I'm like, Keenan Allen's kind of the odd man out. He's veteran. Sure, he's got catching chops. Sure, he's got receiving chops. Sure, he's been in for a while and always been able to produce. But now he's just got a lot of competition. Even Cole Kmet's up in there, and he's looking pretty good this year. On the other hand, Calvin Ridley plays for the Titans. So my knee jerk reaction is find someone else, but we can't do that. So that being said, I'm going to give the slight edge to Keenan Allen just because we know how good he is. It may be that because he's a veteran presence in that locker room, he's going to be seen as kind of a security blanket a little bit. That's a tough one. It's a very slight lean toward Keenan Allen. And the main reason really is just because I feel like the quarterback play with the Bears is going to be better than the quarterback play with the Titans. I think they're going to do a lot of running, crush it out, gut it out on the ground in the trenches kind of shit. Whereas I think they're going to air it out more for the Bears because they don't really have much to write home about as far as running back goes. Swift's been off injured. And he's good when he plays, but honestly, I think that there's going to be a lot more through the air. Slight edge to Keenan Allen, honestly. If you had a gut feeling about Calvin Ridley, stick with it. I don't. Like I said, Titans are where the wide receivers go to die. So I want to see what happens there. Although I will say Will Levis is a welcome starter for the Titans. I really actually like what he can do. He'll be interesting to see. The scheme doesn't make sense as far as carrying a lot of value for fantasy wide receivers in that offense. That could change, but I got to stick with what I've seen, and from what I've seen, I would definitely I would go with Allen on that. All right, and we got Nick here with a question. Start Palmer over Montgomery in standard. No, I'm going to stick with in standard. I'm sticking with Palmer. Or with Montgomery on that one. It's going to be all hands on deck for Rams and Lions. It's going to be a lot of scoring. I think Monty's going to get his. Palmer, he could be the top wide receiver. I think he will be the top wide receiver for the Chargers, but are they really going to need to throw all that much? I think that the matchup suggests not. But then again, they don't got a lot going on at running back, so they got to score somehow. I like to go over things that I like to go with things that I know for sure are going to be positive versus something that could be big but could be crap. So that's why I'm going to go. I'm going to go that route. Um, going Montgomery, Olave or CD. Worried about CD's conditioning with the whole and CD Lamb. That's a good problem to have. I love Olave. Start him if you can. Put him in a flex or something. Josh Palmer, Eckler against Tampa or Addison with Darnold. I'm going to go Palmer just because he's the top wide receiver on a team that's probably going to be throwing a lot. If not Ridley and Allen, my other options are Singletary or rookie Thomas or Schultz. Hey, you know what? Honestly, I can't. Okay, I got to remember. Is this okay? So it's PPR. Okay. Singletary's not going to get a lot of catch. He's going to get a lot of run. Thomas on the Jags is a good option. PPR. Let's go with the rookie. Throw him out there. Excuse me. Look what Worthy did on KC. This guy's the new Ferrari for T-Law. Okay. They're gonna test it out. They're gonna test him out. Brian Thomas has looked great. He could be like, one of the next big thing wide receivers. He doesn't have, it's like him and Christian Kirk and Ingram. Okay, sure. I don't know. I've actually been starting Thomas in the leagues that I have him. And in PPR, if it was standard, I'd say Singletary all the way. Standard, I'm leaning toward Thomas even over Ridley and Allen. Allen seems like the more solid pick. And if you want, to go with a solid floor, but with a very low ceiling, go Allen. But if you need a good play that's going to get you, if you need a high ceiling, I definitely going Thomas. If gun to my head, I'm leaning Thomas. Lamara, happy first week. Hey, thanks, man. Happy first week to you. Football, let's do it. One more question, and then I'm going to get to everything. I'm going to speed through everything I have here. Lockett or Sutton? Give me Sutton. I'm waiting to see on Tyler Lockett. I think JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, takes the number 2 wide receiver spot away. I think this is finally the year we see Lockett actually regress. Okay, so there you go. And plus Sutton's the top guy there for Denver. I think he's very underrated, as he is every season, to be honest. If you look at where people have him versus where he actually ends up, I think, I like Sutton until we see a better wide receiver emerge in that offense. You got to go with it. I like Sutton. All right, so excuse me. First of all, let's get the frogs coming back. All right. So let's see here. Okay. I'm going to go over my sleepers now and my deep dives. And one of the other things, I'm going over my double deep danger dive of the week, as well as my double deep danger dive of the year. All right, so here we go. Let's start off with my sleepers. At the running back position, I got Jaleel McLaughlin. Hey, if you saw my running back bust video, you know that I talked about McLaughlin during the Java Williams portion, right? Remember that? Now, along with Pirine and Estime eating into Williams' production, I was talking about that. We didn't quite know how the backfield was going to shake out, that sort of thing. Well, I had predicted that Pirine would be the odd man out, and sure enough, he's gone. He's on the Chiefs now. So, Java would be the starter. That was my prediction, and there he is. McLaughlin number 2. There you go. And Estime backing up if one of them got hurt. Well, looks like prediction came to fruition. It's all coming according to plan. Pirine's gone. McLaughlin's number 2. Java number 1. Estime, he'll sit there until he gets a chance. So, anyway, here's the deal. So playing number 2 to Williams and splitting time with Pirine last season, McLaughlin was the RB 42 on the season, even with all that. In fact, if you combine P. Ryan and J Mac's numbers, J Mac, that's my nickname for him. It's yeah. I'm trademarking that one right here. Copyright, whatever. I'm staking my claim on J Mac for Jaleel McLaughlin. Okay, so his numbers last season, along with P Ryan's, if you combine them, they would have been the RB13. And here's a little bit of trivia tidbit for you if you ever need it. Jaleel McLaughlin is the most productive running back in college football history with 8,166 rushing yards and 79 touchdowns, which averages just under 150 rushing yards per game and 1.4 touchdowns per game as well. Now, to be fair, he did go to college for 5 fucking years, all right? But that's still impressive otherwise. Now, you might say, okay, but that means there's a lot of tread on those tires. Maybe, but if you think about it, the dude's only in his second year in the NFL, and I think for the next few seasons at least, he'll be a lot more fantasy relevant than people think. If you don't believe me, fuck you. No, just kidding. Check this out though. So according to football analyst Scott Barrett on X or Twitter or whatever the fuck you call it, he said, in his 18-year history as an NFL coach, Sean Payton's RB2 has averaged over 16.5 fantasy points per game 5 times, which would have, and that would have been good enough for the running back 7 last year. Collectively, across all 18 seasons, Payton's running back 2 averages 13.8 fantasy points per game, and that's good enough. That would have been good enough for the RB19 last season. So regardless, worst case scenario, the guy's still a top 20 running back. And we've seen what he could do last season. It was good. And you put all that together, I think we got something on our hands here. Yeah, Estime might be taking some of those P. Ryan touches as well, but there's many to go around. And I bet Bo Nix relies on the running game as he acclimates to the NFL. So I think there's going to be a lot of work for not only Java Williams, but for J-Mac. Again, my nickname for him. You heard it here first. And anyway, so yeah, I think that he'll end the week as a viable flex option and someone to consider for matchups going forward. In good matchups, you might put him in the flex. And of course, if anything happened to Java Williams, we might have a league winner right there. So I like even if you don't start him this week, I think that Jaleel McLaughlin is someone that you're going to want to own, and he's available in more than 50% of leagues. So if he's there for you, go get him. And we'll wait while my computer fucks itself up. I'm going to go back over here a minute and answer a question while the computer fucking thinks about whatever the fuck it's thinking about. Standard League, rate my team and who you'd start to at flex. Anthony Rich, Henry, Rashad White, Mostert, Ford, Garrett Wilson, DK, Kirk, Godwin, McBride, Kickers, Fairbairn. Is this a 10 team? If so, it's good. I think that a Goodwin. You mean Godwin, probably, because like Marquise Goodwin. Anyway, no, that's a pretty good team. I like it. It's pretty solid. He says 10 team. Yeah, even for a 10 team, I like it. It's pretty good. Start 2 at flex. Well, let's see. My guess is that you already got some of those started in certain places. So, for instance, if you got 2 wide receivers, you're going with Wilson and DK. If you're going with 2 running backs, you probably already went with Henry, I'm guessing, and then Rashad White. So now you got to fill the other 2. And if I'm filling the other 2, I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. A lot of people are, of course, like I was talking about earlier, Brian Thomas is going to be a thing. Love him. But Christian Kirk is still the guy. He's still the number 1 wide receiver right now for Jacksonville. And, people are down on him. Every year it's the new Calvin Ridley is going to fucking eat it all. No, those 2 almost split evenly if you look at the statistics. I went over that actually when I was talking about Christian Kirk in my top 200. So I like Kirk there and Godwin. I know it's a standard league, but I still really like Kirk and Godwin there. All right. Hopefully everything's back up in my. Let's take a look here. Hey, seems to be. Well, maybe not. I am having the worst technical difficulties I have ever had in my entire career today. What a way to start the season, folks. Gotta love it. Jesus. I don't know what the fuck is going on, to be honest. Fuck, I might not be able to get through all my shit. So I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, about all the technical shit. Hopefully, we'll get something figured out by next week. I've been putting my computer through a lot, I'll be honest. But anyway, so going back to Jaleel McLaughlin real quick. I think that it's a good start against the Seahawks, as the Seahawks actually had the second worst rush defense last season. So, and they didn't really do a lot to plug that hole this season. So I really like this matchup for them, for both Williams and McLaughlin. I mean, I'm not super big on Williams this season, but he's got the number one, he's got the starting role there in Denver. So, he's going to do something. Jesus, with the fucking technical issues, I'm trying to get my information here, and it's being really, I understand why we had 32 people and now we're down to 7, because, I need a new computer. Anyone got $10,000? You want to loan me? Just kidding. Pick one for flex. Singletary, Jones, or Ford. Standard scoring. Love it. Love me some Aaron Jones. I think that's a good matchup against the Giants. Even with Sam Darnold there as quarterback, he's going to be competent enough to put up some points on the Giants. Could get up early. I think that the Vikings defense is, I think, pretty underrated coming into this season. I think they did a lot to bolster it, and we're going to see a lot of that going on here. I think, the Giants are going to have a hard time scoring. I think the Vikings will get up early, and then they'll just kind of ride it out with Aaron Jones. So I like Aaron Jones as the pick there. My good Lord. I don't know what is happening with I'm going to try it. I deeply apologize. I got a whole bunch of shit that amazing information for y'all. And it's just been fucked today. I don't know what to do. I apologize for that. I'm not sure why everything is gone complete to shit today. Every bit of my computer is acting like it's never computed in its life. Oh my God. All right. Bear with me a moment. Now let's take a look though too at the injuries. I was looking at that. Now a lot of people were concerned about Jordan Love. It's an MCL sprain. He's probably going to be out like 4 to 6 weeks, likely. So he'll be there. Don't give up on him. I love Jordan Love this year. I think he's going to be great, when he comes back. Another injury update. Yeah, I just got the news here. Jalen Wright won't suit up week 1. You're right, though, Don. It's they don't really say anything. Roshan Johnson's a healthy scratch. Also, Russell Wilson inactive for week 1. So it looks like we're going to get Justin Fields there at quarterback. Adjust accordingly. I don't like Pickens this week. Anyway, we know T. Higgins is out, and I have a tidbit that might help with that. Jamar Chase looks like he's going to be a go. Tyler Lockett's on track to play, but I don't think I'm really playing him. Antonio Gibson's interesting. He's going to be playing, and while the Patriots are kind of vetting out where all the targets and things are going to be going, he could be an interesting person, an interesting player to have on your team. You never know with the Patriots, even without Bill Belichick. It's just like it's always a mystery with those guys. So I wouldn't start him, but I would if Gibson's available in your league and you've got some room on your bench, I'd say he's worth picking up. And I'm not even a fan of Antonio Gibson. For those of you who know me well, good Lord. Sorry, I'm just watching my fucking notes bounce around without starting up. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, deliver me from this horse shit. Anyway, let's go to NFL weather real quick. I'm looking on here, and there's a slight chance of rain in the Cardinals versus Bills. I ain't worried about it. Slight chance of thunderstorms in Miami, 7%. I ain't worried about that either. In fact, the only weather issue I see at all is actually the Commanders at Buccaneers. Looks like we got a 62% chance of numerous thunderstorms, it says. Numerous thunderstorms. So we might get a little issue with that. Now the wind in Buffalo is 17 miles per hour. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. If it does end up raining there along with the wind, you might hold some of the pass catches back a little bit, but not enough to where I'm sitting them. So, it's really, honestly, looking at the weather here, we're pretty much in the clear for now. So yeah, I'm really concerned about what's going on with all my notes that are not showing up. Anyway, apologize once again for all that. If you got more questions, go ahead and put them there in the comments, and we'll go over that. And yeah, I should be out of here by now, but I haven't even been able to go through all my fucking shit. Oh boy, what a morning. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the best I can and talk about my sleepers. I know who they are. I might miss some information here or there. I'm kind of winging it without my fucking notes because for some ungodly reason I can't understand. My computer is way off fucking base right now. And so sorry about that. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to continue on with these sleepers. So we talked about the running back. I like Jaleel McLaughlin. At quarterback, I like Matthew Stafford this week. Revenge game narrative, sure. But really, it's week one. It's two offenses that are going to be slamming against each other, fucking prime time. It's all hands on deck. The Vegas has the over under at 52.5 fantasy point or 52.5 points in that game. So there's going to be a lot of scoring. Matthew Stafford's going to be a part of that. I think he could possibly be a top 12 quarterback this week. Now, most of you, you got other quarterbacks you're going to start. Excuse me. You got other quarterbacks you're going to start. But if you're in a 2-quarterback league and he's like your third quarterback and you got another quarterback with a bad matchup, he's definitely someone I would look into starting as well. Erica, you got starting Najee over Sutton with Russ out. Not in PPR, I don't. In PPR, I like Sutton. In standard, I like Najee. Because regardless of, because they're going to lean on the running attack, but I think there's going to be a lot of Jaylen Warren up in there as well. So Najee, I think he's going to be better this year than he's been in previous seasons because of Arthur Smith's run first offense there in Pittsburgh. And with Russ out, I think they are going to turn to the run a lot more. But I still like Sutton better in PPR. In half point, it's so fucking close. But if I'm still gonna go, well, just because Pittsburgh could end up, finding themselves needing to throw a lot later on in that game. I'm gonna go with Sutton by a CH. Fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you. I'm not. If you don't know what a CH is, look it up. But anyway, I like Sutton by a CH over Najee. You got to use like fucking